Final women's match of the session. Elizabeta Samara of Romania for Team Rossi, and Haeun of South Korea for Team Maize. Heading towards the end of this first session of the second day of T2 in the T2 cavern. And this is Haeun, ranked 23rd in the world, almost got herself into the top 10, 12 her highest. She's 23 years of age, 7 World Tour wins in doubles, including 4 in 2015 with Jeonji Hee, and mixed doubles gold in 2015 World Championships, against, of course, a very experienced campaigner, Elizabeta Samara. Highest rank very similar, of course, at 13, down at 30 at the moment. European champion 2015, 5 European Championships golds in doubles and mixed doubles. And of course, got to the final of the Women's World Cup back in 2012. Referees have had a switch around as well. I mentioned, of course, with Samara as well, that she had a bit of a serious knee injury back in January, but seems to be okay now. And Samara, who of course did action yesterday as well and lost 1-3 to the tie, but we're hoping for better here. Yang 1-3-2 over Echo. Tight match, that one. So both these players looking to have a really good result, get themselves up the table with the points won, of course, not only for themselves but for the team as well.
Yeah, and as from a coach's perspective, you're looking for your player to bounce back positively if they've not played so well the previous day.
Player, your ball is this way. Please toss higher. 1-2.
First serve infringement as well. And this discussion yesterday, if you serve and the hand comes up, sometimes even though you've thrown it 15-16 centimetres, it doesn't look like it has.
Yeah, and the ruling there, what she was pulled up for was the serve not being thrown up vertically. In the rules, you have to throw the ball up as near vertical as possible, and that's a bit of a grey area. I mean, how near is near?
Especially if you're watching from 90 degrees. You're Roscoff clapping loud and hard.
5-3.
Whipping through this first game, pretty sharpish.
Let's 5-3.
These players searching for a bit of dominance.
Yeah, that was a good hunt for the forehand there. As soon as she served, she was looking for that. It's one of Samara's best shots, that, when she rips up the back of the ball with the backhand.
Well, it's tight in this first game. Yang with a slight advantage. Still, what, just over 20 minutes on the clock. And we're getting through this first game pretty quickly.
7-5.
It's going long, Samara, and a little bit of a gap opening up here. Almost got lucky and caught the table, but didn't hit it at all right with the bat.
Let's 5-9.
That's an unlucky shot though, but the right idea from young Haeun. Serve drifting slightly long.
Oh, nice forehand from the Korean, setting up 4 game points.
Let's 10-6.
These are good misses though. Looking to flick that away.
Playing very positively, isn't she? Yeah, it's a good comeback from Samara. She'll take the tower break.
These are shots that we're used to seeing from her, that little faded forehand, the way she opens up the hand and goes from left to right across the ball.
8-10.
Samara looking to stay in this first game. It's a long game as well in terms of clock time. 10-9. Oh, it'll be something of a comeback, this one. Oh, a bit tentative from Samara, and she's made to pay.
And tentative, definitely the word. She's too far back from the table. 1 or 2 shots, and look, she's suddenly 3 meters back. There's no real need for that.
Like we were saying with Paul Drinkle, his options were to be positive and get in there, not to sit back. In his game against Timur Ball earlier on.
Second game.
Slightly
Samara to serve.
more than the allotted 15 seconds, but
Love
they've got away with it. So, chance for Samara to come back here.
1-love. Let's 1-love.
I'm sure Roscoff, who's sitting on the side of the court, would have been right onto that at the end of the first game, saying, look, you've got to stay up close. That's the way that you play your best table tennis. That's what causes your opponent a lot more problems.
Bit of the net, takes it long, and Samara is ahead.
It's been faulted there for not throwing the ball up vertically.
Let's have a look at it again. Yeah, it's a fair cop, Gov. Straight back into the body. Bit of a minefield serving, isn't it? Have to get it right. Show the ball, throw it up right, throw it up enough. Very crisp exchange. Yang just prevailing. Just probing the same corner. Yang missing the table this time, but it's quite fruitful for her at the moment.
It's a good little shot there. Managed to flick that ball away. Quite a good serve from Samara. Tight and low to the table. You can see how much more productive that is. You stand 1.5 meters closer to the table, you use the same shot and look at the result.
Especially she's comfortable playing, isn't it? So why would you go backwards?
Same result. Service 1, attack strong into the Samara backhand. Service 2, exactly the same.
Receivers have to be aware of that, surely. Hanging in there though, Samara. Not really firing at her best, but nice little flick backhand there. Does the job. Just perhaps starting to believe, and as Gavin was saying, playing close to the table, a bit more belief as well. Still doing the right thing, Samara, but Yang was exceptional. Giving herself a right talking to there. But she should have done better from that serve. This is good from Samara, who has 2 game points to level things up.
Young Haeun not so good moving wide to her backhand side. It's always tough moving left and right after you've had to come in close to receive the ball off a short serve.
8-10.
Well, she did well after the net cord to recover. And this is another very tight one. Beautifully dispatched. Looked just effortless, that shot.
Aided by that horrible net. Definitely helps to set that one up, and she puts that away though.
So levelled up at 1 game apiece, and Elizabeta Samara will be feeling a lot happier about that. Lost 3-1 yesterday, has herself on level terms here with 11 minutes left on the clock.
Players change side. Third game, Yang to serve.
So
Love all.
after 2 games we have a compulsory minute timeout Then we change around. And it is Yang on this near side to serve.
Love
Ooh.
one.
And a mistake on the serve. Don't see that very often. Getting to hit the other side of the table.
2 love. One, 2, 1.
Nice shot there. Sometimes very easy to rush shots like that instead of just wait for that ball to angle itself off the table.
4, 2 all. Your ball is
Didn't
you need
see
to toss higher.
anything wrong with that.
Yes. 2 all.
Just trying to pick up what Samara was saying, but she's very unhappy. Good exchange. And coming out on top. Now then, quick towel break, little chat with Igor Roskov. And let's see what happens to the next serve. Got the serve away and got the points.
It can be tough when you're getting fault served, because when you change to a slightly different stance or a slightly different throw up, it affects your balance on the next shot.
Oh yes, good backhands from Samara. Kept going and prevailed in the end. It's a great angle of that exchange. See the ball pinging to and fro.
4, 5.
A little bit surprised there, Samara, nodding to herself, knowing what she should have done. Just replaying the point. Apology from Samara
6, 4.
for all the net call. She'll take the point though, every time. Net call on the way back as well. Oh yes, nicely done. Well, I think she's taken that angle with the officials and channeled it very well. And it must play on your mind when you're serving to get it absolutely right. I mean, she was the first time on this near side, near where we are, she was at fault. The ball wasn't thrown up straight, but it'd be interesting to see what happened over there. She wasn't at all happy.
4, 8.
Where we were, we couldn't see anything wrong with it, but they're not as close as, and in a different position, of course, to the officials. 7 minutes on the clock. Samara 4 points ahead.
It's a nice mix between slow spin, opening the racket slightly more, hitting the ball a little bit fuller to generate more power on the second shot.
That's a beautiful shot. Opened the body up, got the top spin, side spin on it.
Look at that wonderful little fade.
She wants to make sure she wins this point. Doesn't want a gap to close. And Yang thinks she has a sniff of this third game.
Net 9-6. Net 9-6. 6.
Well, we're getting a lot of double net cords in this session. Oh, she went for it, and so she should have. Samara had no right to be back attacking. Excellent rally, best of the game. That should have been a winner there, really.
Yang did well to compose herself when it was a smashing the smash back. So many players missed that next one then.
8, 9.
Timeout from Mr. Roscoff.
Well, it's very sensible, I think, because if he can steady the ship here, stop the momentum. For some reason the clock is still ticking down. Hopefully it will stop at some stage. It has stopped, which is good. Concentration and the passion of these players. It's a new concept, a new competition, but they will give it their all. Points,
8,
money,
9.
prestige, all at stake. And of course, a grand title at the end of it.
That's a huge point there in the context of this whole match.
Samara's shown herself to be mentally tough before, but she's going to have to stop this momentum right now. They're all milling around on the Michael Mays bench. Settle down a bit now. He's himself quite happy to stroll around. Oh yes, what a comeback. That's, what, 4 points on the trot.
That was just beautiful technique. Look at the way she keeps her racket high, high again.
That's gone long. Okay, 10-all, no juice. Next point, whoever gets it wins the game. Oh my word!
The bench have just rose like a salmon. Look at them, every one of them.
Oh, you have to feel for poor old Elizabeta Samara, because she was giving it everything. Both these athletes, look at this. Not defending for a minute, and someone had to give eventually, and it was the Romanian. Oh, you got to feel for her, but excellent comeback from the woman who was 4 points down at one point. So it is 2-1 in favour of Yang Haeun. We have 2:52 on the clock, which means we'll have a very short fourth game, and it is a chance for Samara, if nothing else, to level things and deny Yang the $1,000 match win.
Never a bad time to use your best serves and use your best table tennis.
Getting frustrated, isn't she now? Turn wasn't good enough, really. Yang on a roll. Four points is a lot to make up in a minute and a half.
It is if you're going to take your time like Samara's doing now. Time to speed up.
Love 5.
Full of confidence, isn't she, Yang? Less than a minute to go. 4 points the difference in this fourth, what will be final game. I do wonder whether they should just ban towel breaks if it's under 4 minutes or so, and in the kill zone. Just let people get on with it.
5-1.
That would certainly speed things up.
6-1.
I think there's any doubt the way this fourth game is going. Samara heading for her second consecutive 3-1 defeat.
2-6.
She's running to get the ball back again. She fancies a few more points, thank you very much.
Let. Final point. 2-6.
And that will do it. The clock runs down.
3-6.
And it is a disappointment for Samara, who had gained points in that third game,
Team Rosie.
but couldn't convert it.
Yang from
And
Team Maize.
it is all smiles for Yang and Team Maize as they take more points in this head-to-head.
It's a really good win that for Yang, especially the way that she won that sudden death point. 10-all, 1-all.
Well, at one apiece, and with Samara looking good in the third, you thought it would go the other way, but that's the nature of this game. That's why we love it so much. Very, very tight affair. So let's have a look at the statistics, and you know, neither woman really nailing that serve. Looking at the stats,
You're looking there, a few extra return point winners from Yang Haeun, maybe doing a little bit more in the receive of serve, but very little in it.
so this is how it's looking, and it's looking good for Yang Huan, who we've just seen, who is sitting pretty at the moment with 6 games won. Then Hayata of Japan, who didn't have a good day at the office, and it's Feng Tian Wei of Singapore. In fact, the two Singaporeans at the bottom at the moment. I think it's Feng Tian Wei put down twice, but certainly not great for her. Twice over, perhaps it's fair to say. Going back to the game, and Samara, I think, gave it everything, but in the end, just overpowered by Yang.
Yang Haeun was, her forehand was a lot stronger than it normally is. Sometimes her forehand can break down after 2 or 3 shots because her technique is quite unique. But yeah, in this game today, look, you can see, not even panicking when her opponent was smashing the ball back at her.
Standing strong, standing toe-to-toe, and it paid off for Yang Haeun, who is also top of the pile when it comes to women at the moment. Of course, we've got the second session to come. That may change things around a little bit, but she'll be happy with that, and happy with her points haul as well. And the rally of the day, I think, that's fair to say. And no wonder that Michael Mays was so pumped up, because his charge just did everything that was needed and finished with a 3-1 win over Elizabeta Samara.